Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be exploring the Emachine. This is the ET1331-40e. This originally came with Windows 7 Home Premium, but I have actually put Windows XP on it. So we are going to explore this computer, do kind of a deep dive to begin with, and then we're going to show off some of the what's on the operating system right now, and maybe in another video I'll be able to show you some other things. So first of all, what did it come with originally? Well, first and foremost, it came with Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit edition. It came with an AMD Athlon 2X2 220 dual-core processor. It came with an NVIDIA GeForce 6150 SE graphics. It came with a DVD Super Multi-Drive, a 500GB hard drive, 4 GB of DDR2 memory, and a multi-in media card reader. Back here is some more information about the power supply, what voltages it supports and all that, and then this is the product key, which will be censored in the video. Not much else on the side. There's a little sticker down there just telling you more of the same information that's up here already. Let's turn to the front. So what do we have up here? Well, we first off have a dual area for two different DVD drives. One is populated, one is just a blank that has a little like eject button, but this one actually came in the machine, so that is really neat. Down here we have a multi-IO thing. We have two USB ports here, and then a mic in and a headphone out. We also do have down yonder, we do have some stickers for the NVIDIA graphics that are in here, Windows 7, and then the AMD, which is always nice to have. Now what do we have on this side? Well, we actually just have the Emachine's logo etched onto the side plate, which is always kind of lovely, and this is actually the side that comes out. Before we do that, let's look at the rear I/O. First and foremost, we have a power supply up here. We'll have to check once we're in there what's the rating for it, but most likely it's probably 300 or 200 watts power. We have a fan, which originally did not come with a fan. It actually originally only came with nothing here, so that's interesting. So back here we actually have PS2 keyboard and mouse. We have a VGA port. We have 4 USB ports, Ethernet, and then a buttload of different audio interfaces. And then down here, I added this in. This is an NVIDIA GT730, which was my original graphics card that I actually got way back in the day. It has HDMI, VGA, and DVI on board. Alrighty, let's open this bad boy up. What is in this system? To begin with, let's start over here. We have a hard drive and an SSD in here. Both are being used by SATA, because at this time now SATA was kind of being used way more, so this is both being SATA, which is very nice. I put the SSD in here and I put this hard drive in here, and this originally came with no hard drive or SSD, so I had to put in something. SSDs are really nice nowadays to be able to like do faster stuff with these older systems, so reads and writes are always nice. But I might actually trade this out eventually for a different hard drive. I might eventually put this drive into it. This is a 40 gigabyte Western Digital hard drive that is SATA, but would be really nice for this. I think it's only 5400 RPM or lower, but it would make it so it is more accurate to this system. So what's in the system beyond that stuff? First of all, we have the AMD CPU that's under this heatsink. Not gonna take that out right now. We have the two 2 gigabyte sticks that are in here. This is the NVIDIA GT730. This fan I did add in. The only fan that was in the system was in the power supply and in there. If you can see that, this is a 250 watt power supply. So that is actually super duper nice. So some weird parts about this computer while it's apart. This has an NVIDIA chipset. Everything to do with this system is built on the NVIDIA chipset. That is actually why it says powered by NVIDIA. This has the N-Force chipset. They're not very reliable and they're kind of weird to deal with, but it's very interesting that they did do that. Basically, there is also graphics on this board as well due to the NVIDIA N-Force chipsets. So you get the benefit of also getting the NVIDIA stuff, but it's not the greatest. It's very low end. It's very integrated, especially at this time with Windows 7. It wasn't that good, but that's why I threw the GT730 in here, because this is perfect for this type of system. Funnily enough, all of these parts perfectly run on XP completely. There's a little bit of weirdness when it comes to XP. Like this is an x64 system. The processor's x64, the memory, like everything is like that. So plus being I have 4 gigabytes of RAM already, I can't go above 4 gigabytes. So I chose XP though because I wanted an XP machine, and this is like maxing out 32-bit XP. It is also still on the modern side, like the fact that the power supply also has SATA power instead of MOLED, which is super nice. Again, the fact that this had a DVD drive instead of a CD drive is super nice. So it's kind of like almost like a high-end system from the XP era, or Vista era, if you want to say that even. But it supports it, it works, and I really love it. So, yeah. Anyways, on to the operating system. See you there. Alrighty, so we are going to be exploring what is on this computer. So I have been actually using this computer, and I have actually been doing some goofy little things with it. First of all, gotta love Bliss, the default desktop wallpaper for Windows XP. Gotta love it. However, for the theme, we are actually using the Zune theme from the Microsoft Zune. It is kind of like a weirdly kind of dark mode-ish kind of aesthetic. It's kind of cool. It has this like orangey color, and it's really nice. The default, it does come with this one, which is kind of neat. It's like a festival, like a music festival, but I do prefer Bliss over those. Now, what is some other programs that I have installed are pre-installed on here? First of all, there's all the normal accessories. We got Paint, Windows XP style of paint. Very cool, very, very neat and very cool. I made a tuba. We also do have the calculator. We have address book, command prompt, notepad, remote desktop connection, of course, synchronize, which I have actually no idea. Updates the network copy of materials that were edited offline, such as documents, calendars, and email messages. Oh, okay, so that's probably most likely it syncs to your network files. So basically, like, this era was still kind of the era of, hey, I'm probably not going to be online 24/7, so it's actually kind of nice to be able to be like, oh, hey, I'm going to disconnect from the internet and chill out. Which sometimes, honestly, I wish we could go back to that. There is WordPad. This is kind of like the more basic WordPad. I don't think I've ever actually opened this, but before like Windows 7 and Vista changed it to being like ribbon and all that. It was just kind of like this more basic word pad, and it was literally a word pad. It's a little bit different than Notepad though, which is kind of neat because it's more feature rich. Like you could change the fonts easier, you could have different types of fonts, you could have rich text like bold, italics, underline, and like you could change which side it's on, and which you can do that. Yeah, you can change the font in here and you can change the size and all that, but it's the entire document. It's not the specific thing. Some other accessories that came with it, just like Internet Explorer and system information and all of that. I am running the x86 version of this. I'm not using the AMD 64 version. The reason why is the 64-bit version of XP is kind of weird. It's not the most reliable, so I decided not to do that. But we are running on Service Pack 3, and I have fully updated this version using Legacy Updates, so that's really cool. Oh, the sound recorder. The sound recorder is so goofy and so neat and so simple, but so cool. Yes, we'll have to do some video on that in the future. But we also do have some games. We do have Minesweeper. Oh, not very good at Minesweeper. We do have Solitaire, the old Solitaire before Windows 7 and Vista changed it up and made it all needing to be 3D accelerated. We have Spider Solitaire, which I have no idea how to play, but it is pretty cool. Alrighty, so we do also have Pinball on here as another kind of game. What are the buttons? I always forget the buttons for this game. I didn't actually play it when I was young. Z and slash. X is for left bump, and then it's F2 for new game. Woo! But yeah, the only way I would have played this game when I was younger is through virtual machines, of course. I never really used XP like a heck of a lot. When this was like more popular, my household had more Mac and stuff, so I didn't get that experience. By the time I was actually using PCs, Windows 7 had taken over way more. It's just like different to me, but I've always like been fascinated by it. But before I get too into that game, we should continue on our little journey. Some other games, we do have Hearts and Freecell. We also have Windows Search in our startup. Along with that, we do have Internet Explorer, MSN built in, Outlook Express, Remote Assistance, Windows Media Player, Windows Messenger. We also do have Windows Movie Maker, which honestly I used to use a really long time ago. I didn't use this exact version, but I did make a couple videos in the Windows 7 Windows Movie Maker, which is pretty neat. Pretty neat. Along with that, we do have some stuff I installed, actually. First of all, Avast antivirus I do have installed. I am not a huge fan of Avast, but they do support Windows XP still to this day. A little correction on this part. Basically, Avast does allow for downloading the Windows XP version of their program. However, they do not support it with new features, with new bug fixes, with just support for the software. All they're doing is giving you the product, and that is it. However, in a little bit of an asterisk down below, it is only supported at least till December of 2022. So now that we are basically in December of 2024, the software might be a little bit out of date. There might be stuff that's broken with it. There might be stuff that works. There might be stuff that doesn't. But what they claim to do is that they do claim to give you the virus definitions still. That might change in the future, and that might not work forever, but that is what they do. Is Avast the best? It depends on who you're talking to. Some people like it, some people don't. However, it is up to you. Do you want to use Avast, or do you want to go over and use like Malwarebytes or this one or that one and try and use those? In my personal opinion, Windows XP isn't the best operating system to be using nowadays. So yeah, anyways, I do have The Sims 1, I have The Sims 2, and I have The Sims 3, all installed on the system because until the 4th edition, they supported Windows XP, because like the first one came out like 2000, and then like the second and third came out like really fast, and then the 4th took forever, and then they've not made any additions since. So yes, the third one did install Origin, but because I don't have it updating, it's not going to do anything. And then I also do have Unreal Tournament on here. Now, other than all of that, let's play a little bit of Unreal Tournament. I don't need to get the disc right now, so yeah, let's play a little bit of that. Yeah, let's play a practice match. Just a little practice match of with some bots. First blood. I always press R. Can I please get a weapon? Ah, no. Okay, let's grab these. Nice. The weapons in this game are always so much fun. I haven't played a heck of a lot of this for a game, but I just know that the game's really, really fun. And it's such a goofy kind of like shooter. Made by Epic. What is this? Ooh, nice. Ow. Ow. Ah. Alright. But yeah, so we have that game as well. I have also tried to use multi-MC to be able to play some Minecraft on here. But yeah, there's not much I have done with this computer quite yet. I definitely want to do more with this computer eventually. I do love this computer for the fact that I can just go on here and play some old games and it be offline and not have to worry about the internet or anything like that. It's going back to more of a simpler time of computing, if that makes any sort of sense. But yeah, nevertheless, maybe in the future I'll give an update and show off like more things that I have done with this computer. Alrighty, so this computer is such a lovely little computer, and I really do enjoy messing with it. I hope that you all did enjoy exploring what is on it right now. But nevertheless, if you all are interested in seeing a specific type of video, in the comment section down below, let me know what you all want to see. Do you want me to put a specific Linux version on here? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? Just let me know. But nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching. If you did like this video, hit that like button down below. If you didn't like this video, you can hit that dislike button as well. If you want to support me, hit that subscribe button down below. Plus, if you want to see early access to these videos, you can become a patron, so you can get early access and see updates on what is going on behind the scenes. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a great, wonderful day, and bye-bye! Bye, bye, bye-bye, bye.